And we are back again to react to the brand new Deftones song. Jesus Christ. It's been a minute. But yep, they just premiered this 10 hours ago. It's called Ohms. I'd heard they were working on a new album, so I'm really looking forward to this. I was a huge Deftones fan back in like the days of baggy jeans. Good times. But anyway, guys, remember, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. The band's merch information is below. But let's just get right into it. I'm so chuffed of it, so happy about this. Mellow, like it. It kind of reminds me of this Swedish artist who does this art where there's this kind of bunch of old robots in like the Swedish forest, and it's this kind of juxtaposition of this old Swedish like forestry with all these new age but old depleted robots. It's always something cool to look at. Anyway, let's keep going. Yep, very mellow so far. Kind of digging it. You know, every single time I see this band, I keep forgetting that the bassist died. The long-term bassist. This one's for Chi. Chi. Yeah, that's some sad days. I don't know if anybody remembers, but a bunch of legit musicians from back in the day, like Hatebreed, Korn, POD, they all got together and made a tribute track to raise funds for, I think it was his hospital bills. But yeah, that was sad days. Anyway, let's continue. Pretty sweet visuals. Yeah. Pretty. I'm not going to say typical because that kind of has connotations of negativity, but yeah, pretty solid track so far. You know, you can tell that Chino probably was the main writer in this one, because he always kind of used to fight for the more melodic kind of stuff. Because I remember Stephen Carpenter used to always say that if Chino wasn't there, that he'd be just writing straight out metal, track by track, with his 8-string guitar, by the way. Jesus H. Christ, anyway. Put this back a little bit, but look at those visuals, man. How cool is that? It's like a mixture of like Annihilation and Inception. Definitely pretty sick. It's like No Man's Sky to a certain degree, kind of aesthetic. it's this Chino's song, because like for ages they were trying to get into like the indie scene, and they kind of fell away. And so the more you see, you can hear this if you watch the Family Values DVD that Korn released in 2006, I want to say. And even they said, we were just trying to break through into that mainstream indie kind of arena, but then they came back. Thank God. Like this. I'm trying to drag you on that. That's why I talk about these visuals again, man. It's Jesus Christ. It's like every so often there's a nice frame that it could be a standalone image. I mean, like that, for example. That's pretty sweet. This is more of a question for musicians out there, and especially kind of theory people. But what is the point, the borderline point, if you think about it, of a bassist being there, in the sense that if Stephen, I keep forgetting, I think it's Stephen Carpenter. If Stephen's playing an 8-string, which itself is down to the same register as a 4-string bass, naturally, and standard tuning, I mean, would you really need that bass there? Anyway. I can feel it. Wait. Isn't that a Pokemon? Could be wrong. Shoot me down. Andrew, I don't think he's using that 8-string or even 7-string at this point at all. See, look at that. That's fucking beautiful. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. It's definitely what I'm kind of more into these days in terms of the mellow side of things. Like I said, like I remember back in the day I used to listen to nothing but metal. If it wasn't metal, it wasn't music. But these days I'm finding myself listening to like Jack White, Queens of the Stone Age, some kind of instrumental bands like Polyphia and Russian Circles as well. That's kind of that is definitely landing in that more of that circle. I mean, I suppose as you get older, and this is something I've been thinking about in terms of like bands like Bring Me the Horizon, because I think it's not really a conscious choice to think, oh well, we're going to drastically change our style, in the sense that we just need to try something new. I think it's just that your taste develops in time, and that's why Bring Me the Horizon don't write deathcore anymore. It's the same reason Partway Drive don't really write metalcore anymore. I know people would argue with that, but you'd be wrong. But anyway, guys, this has been great. Happy days. Can't wait for the rest of the album to come out as well. That is going to be something to look forward to, because I was a massive new metal fan back in the day. I know I keep referencing back in the day, but I think you'll find when you get to this age that you have a tendency of doing that. It's called nostalgia. It's fucking sweet. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Check out the band's merch store below. And thank you for watching. Take care. All the best.